because she's literally sitting here staring dead at me like this. When she was sitting there glaring at me, it was almost as if that spirit was speaking. Okay, when you are dealing with things spiritual, this demonic and evil, demons, they have a non-verbal kind of communication. And so when she was looking at me, that spirit was basically letting me know, yeah, I'm in the room. I'm in the room. Just looking, just glaring dead at me. Okay, so I was supposed to have made a video about, and y'all, I could not find my tripod today, so I'm just gonna be holding my phone. So if it seemed like, let me just hold it up real quick, so y'all, so my hand might get tired. But I had been telling y'all for a while that I was gonna make a video about. Hold on, let me open this. Let me get a sip. I told y'all that I was gonna make a video about drugs, and I'm really upset with myself actually, because I was supposed to be made this video like in the start of right before the New Year's. I had promised y'all that I see the little fishies in the water, y'all. I can't even focus because I'm too busy focused on nature. But I was supposed to be made this video around New Year's Eve actually, and I feel like everything happens for a reason. It's in good timing. I feel like this was the perfect time for me to make this video because it is the summertime. This is a time to where everybody's going to be getting out and enjoying themselves, and hopefully enjoying themselves responsibly, okay? And so the reason why I had wanted to make the video about the drugs on New Year's is because that's usually where a lot of people go out. A lot of people start resolutions. They want to give up certain things. And so I actually had recorded a video about drugs. I got halfway through the video and I had ended up erasing the video somehow. I don't know, y'all, but everything always happens for a reason. Everything happens the best time. Okay, and so hey y'all, so I'm gonna sit right here. I need to be hand free in order to make this message, okay? Because I want to be serious. I want to be able to help somebody today, okay? But last year, 2003 of December, it would have been a year that I had gave up alcohol, okay? Now, I wasn't no full-blown alcoholic or nothing like that, but I just wanted to let that part of my life go. I wanted to give a testimony about a revelation I had a year prior to me getting rid of drugs, okay? I had ended up going out New Year's night with a family member. And if y'all can't remember, I think this is around the time I made the video about cutting off toxic family and things along that nature. You know how when you start a new year, you pray to the Lord, Lord, thank you for this new year. Please let me be able to get rid of things that are not meant for me, things that are not for me. That new year, year before last, I gave up alcohol completely. And it was so crazy because the way it happened, I'm watching y'all. But it was so crazy because the way it happened, I asked the Lord to remove anything that wasn't meant for me, not thinking that he really killed two birds in one stone. You know, he removed certain people that wasn't supposed to be in my life, and he removed certain things. When I went out that night, it was actually Unlike any New Year's that I had ever had before, I had so many spiritual encounters that night that really, I had a change of heart. I had a change of heart about everything. And it just seemed like the night was slow. I had went out to a lounge, and I remember I had went out to a lounge with someone, and I keep looking at these fishes, y'all. Like, I'm so mesmerized by the way that I'm just in awe, y'all. Look at the little fishies. But no, so we went out to the lounge that night, and really, I'm really just sitting here reflecting, because I remember, like, when I was on my way to go meet up with this person so that we could go out together, I just remember being on the highway, just driving and just praying to the Lord, like, Lord, please remove what is not meant for me. It was really just the weather. I remember the weather was kind of icy and snowy a little bit, and it was a little slippery that night. I'll never forget. But I got through all of that. We ended up going out to the lounge, and at the lounge they was passing out champagne, a flute champagne glass, and I really didn't have plans to drink that night. For some strange reason, I just wasn't feeling, you know how when you be New Year's, you be ready to turn up. And so this one New Year's, I just really wasn't feeling it. It was almost as if the Lord was really started doing his workings right away. Like, you ask for what you want and it shall be given to you. And I wasn't even really paying too much attention to that. Like, after I prayed about it, I just thought that I was just gonna go out and have a lit night, basically. But it was a lot of things that had transpired that night. Things that was taking place spiritually that I want to come share with y'all. I was sitting at a table with some people, okay? First of all, you never know, basically, how I'm going to put this, how I'm going to word this. You never see things the same until you're on the other side of the fence of it. So if you was the type of person that was like a turn up person, you know, you drink, you smoke or whatnot, whenever you go out, you can't seem to go out without indulging in some sort of substance, then when you decide to let certain things go, it's almost as if you see things completely different. Like, to be quite honest, it was a real chill, mellow kind of night for me, because I really didn't have plans to drink. But the people that I was with, it was so many things happening spiritually. And the reason why I'm speaking on this topic of alcohol is because I've been seeing alcoholism my entire life, you know. I grew up in the city full of alcoholics. That's all they do in Chicago is turn up, drink, smoke. Every day is a party in the city. Like, it ain't got to be no special holiday in order to turn up. Like, you just turning up on the block, every which way you look and turn, it's something to do. It's always a reason to drink, okay, and smoke. I ain't never been no smoker, but I'm just putting that in there for the people. This is just a real video. And so I'm sitting at the table, and some other people was supposed to be coming to meet up with us. First of all, when we was on our way going to the lounge, I didn't feel right. You know, I'm driving. I didn't drink before I started driving. That's one thing I don't do, is drink before driving. We get to the lounge, and it was a person that was with us that I was feeling off about. You know how when you just around a crowd of people and you just don't feel comfortable, you just don't feel good enough to let loose and do certain things because they're around. I was just feeling like, man, it's a new year. I'm 31 years old, and I just want to start the new year off right. No negative vibes, just chill. And some other people had came to meet up there with us. Now, I could tell that they had been drinking a lot when they got there. When you drink, the spirit takes over you. And I have seen this several times. When you see a person that's sober and then they get alcohol or drugs in their system, you see a complete, total transformation. A spirit usually do take over them. When they say that liquor has spirits in it, It literally is a bottle of spirits that you are drinking, okay? And so we sitting at this table in the middle of the lounge, okay? Everybody turning up, everybody just, it wasn't too many people out this night, which was odd to me because usually every New Year's this place would be packed with so many different people. I guess, I mean, maybe it was because of the weather. People really just didn't want to go out, or they probably had went somewhere else. The people that had came to meet up with us, it was almost as if everything had changed, you know? When you are dealing with something spiritual like this, when it comes to drugs, whenever, and you know this to be true, if you are the only sober one in the room and you see other people coming in and they are under some sort of influence, it do feel like spirits have entered the room. It seems as though, even though it's only a few people that came, it's a presence in the room that is just undescribable. But when I was sitting down at the table with these people, and it was this other woman that had been sitting over by the bar, she made her way over to our table. Now let me tell you this, spirits attract spirits, okay? And so, you know, if you ever been out of your man, you go out somewhere, you're aware but you're not aware, you turned up, you got people coming over you trying to talk to you, maybe trying to dance with you and stuff like that. Them spirits are attracted to each other, okay? They want to have a party. So when this lady had came over from by the bar, she came up to our table, I could tell she had been drinking too. And so it was one particular person that was there with us. I was talking to them. They was trying to order more drinks for all of us. When the lady came over to our table, okay, so it was me right here. The other person that had came to meet up with us, she was sitting directly next to me. You know, I'm talking to her. And the lady had came over from the bar. She had got on like right in the middle of us, you know. And she's like, oh, yeah, what y'all got going on tonight? What y'all doing? You know, she's trying to make some friendly talk. You know, y'all got them people that they get drunk, they happy, and they just want to be friends with everybody, okay? And so I had the flute of champagne in my hand. Remember, I told y'all. I had drunk the champagne. She had ordered another round of drinks. I was going to have a Long Island, and it was sitting like right in the middle of the table. When the lady came over to the table, she was feeling it. She was lit, like super lit, like drunk. Okay? So she's staggering everywhere and stuff like that. And so she having a conversation with the lady that was right next to me. And she ended up bumping the table real hard. And so when she bumped the table, the Long Island had fell on the floor. Okay, along with the flute champagne glass that was on the table. Now, let me just point this out. When we got there, it seemed like the staff that worked there was real irritated, okay? It seemed like they didn't want to work that night. And I can't blame them because nobody likes to deal with a drunk person, okay? It's okay to get you a little sip here and there, but if you're going overboard to the point to where people got to babysit you, people got to make sure you not doing too much, you just doing too much, okay? And so after the lady knocked the table over, they basically put us out. This is how the New Year started. The Lord said I will remove whatever is that not meant for you. I'm removing it right now. I'm removing the people and all of that. It was almost as if everything was playing out. Even after I prayed, everything was slowly being removed and revealed to me, okay? And so after they put us out, I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe this is how the New Year started. This is not how I wanted my New Year to start. To be quite honest, I didn't feel like going out at all because I had already been feeling funny about certain things and certain situations, and I didn't feel right. Like someone was telling me, you know how you get that feeling and say you need to stay home. And so the person that I had came with, they wanted to go somewhere else. And so I was trying to be a good sport at the same time, but I'm just really not feeling it, y'all. I done had so many bad experiences with alcoholism, not myself, but just being around people that have a real bad drinking problem. Like, I can't deal with that. I can't. That's why I decided to give up alcohol, because when I say the spirits take over you, it literally do. But we had, long story short, I know you like, girl, this ain't no long story short. But y'all know I like to get into everything to make y'all feel like y'all there with me. But we had ended up going to the next place. It was basically like a hole in the wall can of bar. And people kept trying to get me to drink that night. That's the one thing I could say I did not want to drink. It was basically like a pool hall. And it was this man that was in there. Like, it was so many spirits this night that I had a negative encounter with. But the one thing that really put me off when we went to this pool hall, mind you, when we go into this pool hall, it's kind of dark a little bit. The lights is dim. Okay, so we sitting at this table. The person that I had came with, they had ended up getting together with the other people that we came with. So they over at the bar, and it was this drunk dude at the bar. You know when some stuff about to go left, when alcohol is in the mix. When somebody has been drinking for a long period of time, you know that it's either going to go good or bad, and 9 times out of 10 it's going to go bad. So it was this drunk dude at the bar. He was trying to talk to the people that I came with. They was getting him to buy them drinks and stuff like that. Now, you already know that if a man buy you a drink at the bar, he gonna want to follow you the entire night, okay? So I felt like this is what this dude's agenda was with the person that I came with, and it was another girl that had came along with us. And so while that's taking place, I'm hearing a whole bunch of arguing. You know, I'm in my phone. I'm just minding my business. I'm watching these other people play pool. I'm hearing some arguing. They debating about something. The man had an angry, drunken spirit on him, and I spotted it right away, okay? This man was trying to pick for an argument with them. First of all, he kept trying to offer to buy them drinks. You know that person that go out, you could tell they by themselves, they just like going out to get drunk, okay? They don't care what time of the day it is. They just out acting a fool, okay? I could tell them spirits had took over him. But the one thing I could say that really put me off, the last bar we had went to, remember I told y'all that it was a lady that had met up with us, and she was sitting directly next to me. Now, while we at this pool hall, I'm sitting down looking at my phone, right? And I'm not really paying attention, but I feel somebody ass on me. I feel. And I look up from my phone. The lady that I told you about from the last place we had went to, this was somebody that I had knew. She was glaring at me. Like literally looking like she was staring through me. And I kid you not, y'all. I can't make none of this stuff up. I can't. When I looked up at her, I seen a spirit on her. I seen it. When I say she gave me a stare like no other, she gave me a stare. When I say a stare, a glare. Like, if she wanted to put hands on me in that time, she would have been able to. That's the body language and the energy she was giving off. She was sitting directly across from me. I wasn't paying no attention at first because I was looking at my phone at something, and then at the same time I'm looking at them play pool. I'm having a little bit of conversation with her, just a little bit, but I could tell she was real drunk, you know. And so I'm minding my business, and I look up and she literally glaring right at me, like staring through me. You know how y'all know y'all done had people stare at y'all like that, like they literally looking through you. And I knew it wasn't none but that spirit. It wasn't none but that spirit. It wasn't none but that spirit. When I looked at that lady, I seen nothing but a spirit, literally. Drunken spirits are evil. They are wicked, okay? When some people get liquor in their system, these are the type of people that When they get liquor in their system, they be ready to fight. Okay? They be ready to argue. You already had another drunken spirit, like I told y'all, the man over at the bar. He had an angry spirit. She had an angry spirit. The people that I came with, it was another girl that was with us. She had an angry spirit. It was almost as if all them spirits was there in the room. It was almost as if I didn't see the people. It was so crazy to me. And I'm just like, you see everything differently when you decide to give up certain things. And I'm just looking at, like, I'm sitting there, because she's literally sitting here staring dead at me like this. When she was sitting there glaring at me, it was almost as if that spirit was speaking. Okay? When you are dealing with things spiritual, this demonic and evil, they have a different kind of communication that only you are going to be able to understand. Because when she was looking at me, spirits, demons, they have a non-verbal kind of communication. And so when she was looking at me, that spirit was basically letting me know, yeah, I'm in the room. I'm in the room. Just looking, just glaring dead at me. Like, it was almost as if she was waiting for me to say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing. And she was just gonna pounce on me, y'all, like, just out of nowhere. I've seen drunken spirits in action before, to where I've seen some wild and crazy things, but that one was one thing I would never forget. Okay, on New Year's, now this is New Year's, I was feeling all types of discomfort. I was ready to leave after that. But the one thing I can say is, when I was standing there, when she was staring at me, I stared back at her. I did. I gave her that look, like, I see what's on you. I see that spirit on you. I am not fearful of you. Okay? That's the look I gave her. Because when I said she was staring through me, she was staring through me. I knew it wasn't nothing but that spirit on her. And I stared right back at that spirit and let it know, I am not scared of you. I am not fearful of you. You can sit there and stare at me all day. I'm going to stare right back at you. And let you know, this ain't no weak one up over here. I ain't had tonight a drop of alcohol. You're not finna come up on me. You're not finna be trying to run up on me and think you finna try to intimidate me. Okay? Because the one thing about these demonic, drunken, evil spirits, you will notice, if you are the type of person, and you know you done probably had this before, if you are the type of person, you don't drink, but you seem to always be around people that engage in certain things like that, they always seem to target you all the time. So y'all tell me I ain't lying. If you are the type of person that don't drink or do drugs, when you go out with certain friends and family and you trying to enjoy yourself in a sober state, these spirits are always going to be trying to come and try to attack you out of left field. Okay? You can be mad in your business, not having a care in the world. They are going to try to come to you to try to intimidate you in some sort of way. It may be the way they look at you. They may try to do anything to start some sort of drama with you. Okay? But yeah, after that whole thing, I was ready to leave. Yeah, the man, he started getting out of hand, and the person that I had came with, I was telling them, like, y'all ready to leave? They was ready to leave. I was the only person that was sober that night, and so I was driving, and so we're about to go out to the parking lot. I'm getting in the car. It was some other people that was with us. They was getting in the back seat, and then the angry dude from the bar, he trying to get in the back of my car. I'm like, wait, hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. Where is he going? And the person that I had came with, they was like, oh, you know, this is the one person that I was with. They wasn't really no drinker. You know, they'd have a shot or something like that, but they ain't no all-out alcoholic drinking, was never they thing. But I could tell they was a little bit turned, but not too much to the point to where they ain't know what was going on. I'm like, y'all little friend that y'all met from the bar, he can't come with us. I don't know what type of stuff they was on, but this man was under the assumption that he was coming with us. I'm like, baby, I'm finna go home. Okay? The countdown is over with. I'm ready to go home. I already didn't want to come out in the first place, you know? It was slippery that night. When I say it was like, you could tell that it had been raining a little bit, and then it started to snow. You know, when it rained and snow, it started to get real slippery. And so I wasn't trying to be out on the roads like that. And so I was ready to hurry up and get home. He was trying to get in the back of my car, y'all. I'm like, where are you going? This man was trying to argue with me and the people that was in the car. But it seemed like they had another agenda. And I was telling them, look, he can't ride with me. He can ride with y'all because it was some other people that had came with us. They was in the other car. The lady that I told y'all about that had was staring dead through my soul. She was over in the other car across the parking lot. And I'm like, yeah, he can go with them, but he not getting in my car. You're not finna bring that spirit up in this car. Period. You can go on with that. You can go on, because I could tell that he was looking for a reason to try to fight one of us. Okay? He had been already arguing with them at the bar all night and literally followed us up out of the bar. Okay? And so I seen him trying to get in my car. I'm like, no. It was a guy friend of ours that was in the back seat, and I was telling him, look, tell him to get on up out of here. Tell him to move around. And so after that whole night, I was like, you know what? I'm done drinking. I'm never drinking a drop of alcohol again. I had that little small flute of champagne that night. And when they knocked that whole table over in the Long Island, glass fell on the ground. That was my saying right there. The Lord told me, like, give the alcohol up. Don't drink anymore. Okay? I done had plenty of stories where I was drunk out of my man and I felt spirit take over me. Okay? So I know how that is. But just not to have a part of that no more, just to be letting that stuff go, that was really something that I would never forget. But just the whole point of this video, I wanted to talk about drugs.